this thing here is weak to crush, right? Crush. Now a load of people are using the scythe and they say that's the best crush weapon in the game, but it's only plus 30 crush. It got me thinking, there is one stronger weapon, one better crush weapon in the game, but be able to use that efficiently, you have to sit at 1 HP or very close to 1 HP. So I got thinking, is there a way to sit at 1 HP the whole nightmare fight? What if I just eat every 6 ticks, every 3.6 seconds? If I eat one of these Guthics, I will sit there at under 5 HP for the entire fight. It's a pretty crazy idea. Now to time this right and to get it to work efficiently, I first needed to learn how to tick eat, which I'd never done before, and then I came into another problem. What about these husks? They're going to spawn and kill me. But I had a look at their stats, right, and get this. There's 2 husks, okay? One's range and one's melee, but they both have the same stats. And look at that attack and strength. They're extremely inaccurate. Well, at least the melee one is. The range one actually has level 80 range. So if I pray range and wear full DH, it's like fighting a sand crab. The melee one's never going to hit me. He's too inaccurate. And the range prayer is just going to mitigate all of that damage from the range one. So all I had to do was learn how to tick eat, and then this method would work. So I found this metronome on Runelight that you can turn on, and you can set it to tick every single tick if you want. You just set it to 1 tick, and then it was clicking away every single time. And all I had to do was count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. At least that's what I thought at the start, but actually it's a 6 tick attack cycle, and I was counting to 5 and then eating, so it didn't work. I did die a lot of times, and anybody who's done the nightmare knows how far away it is from the bank. I had to run the whole way from the bank back to the nightmare about 20 times before I got this down to a T. Most of the problem was that I was eating too early. I didn't have it timed right, but I thought if I get this right and work it out, I would be able to abuse these masses so hard. Because this has so much extra damage over the scythe, and because of the way the Nightmare's drop table works, whoever does the most damage is the most likely to receive a unique. So if you're doing these big massive masses with so many people in them, it's really not worth it. I said in my last video it's not worth it because there's a 1 in 80 chance of one of these people getting a unique. The person who's going to get it is the one who deals the most damage. But if you have a method, a way to deal more damage than everybody else in the room, then you could actually get some of these big uniques from this mass. You could increase your chances pretty drastically. If you're not dealing the most damage, the chances of you getting one of these uniques from this 80-man mass is like 1 in 400,000 plus, which is insane. You're just probably not going to get there. But if you're dealing the highest damage, or at least in the top 5, your odds drop to maybe like 1 in 512 if you're dealing the highest damage every single time. If it is a 1 in 512 drop, it might be a 1 in 256 or something. We'll have to wait till they release the full odds, you know, like at the minute it just says in the wiki very rare, but eventually they'll tell us exactly how rare each drop is. I'm not gonna lie, this was the hardest thing I've ever done in RuneScape. It's not like just fighting a Jad. This went on for hours. I kept going in, I kept trying it. I should have given up loads of time, but seeing the big hits, sometimes it was hitting like 60s, 70s, 80s. The odd time I even slapped like 90 plus on this thing. I think the max you can do in full DH, now I'm not 99 strength, I'm only 98, but the maximum you can do is about 95 with my strength level. I think you can maybe get up to like 98 or 99 later on. But anyway, listen to this lads, a few hours into this method I realised something drastic. I don't actually need to eat a Guthix restore every single time, because if I'm praying range, the maximum he can hit me for with a range attack is like a 5 or a 6. So if I let my health go up, say I eat a Guthix restore 2 or 3 times in a row, I can just let him hit me with range and I know he won't kill me. If my health's above maybe like 5 or 6, then I'm completely safe to those range attacks, which is awesome because he's most likely to use range or mage attacks. The melee one is really rare. He'll only use it maybe 4 or 5 times an entire fight, and it hits at the exact same speed, so don't need to worry about seeing that animation. So yeah, I'll save loads of extra supplies. It just makes this method much more likely to work, so it was awesome to find that out, and it keeps my health lower as well. If that range is always hitting me and always keep me down, it means my DPS, my damage output, is always going to be close to the maximum. The husks are still really annoying. They kind of mess me up, especially with auto retaliate on. They did kill me a few times, so headed back over to the masses with what I'd learned. And this is it lads, I'm just going to let this clip play in the background. The first ever low HP DH kill. Look at that, 95. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to put some music in here. This took many hours and it's not perfect yet. There was points where my hit points went up too much. I need to get better at like rock kicking down, but I just had to show you this clip. So here's the first ever kill. Sit back, relax and enjoy. And there it is, boys, the first successful run. There's still going to be a lot of trimming to make this perfect, but have a look at that drop. Some lad got the Inquisitor's plate skirt. We didn't even get considered for loot, even though we done like 800 damage, 873 damage, and it said we're not worthy of reward. The reason why that is because it didn't damage any of the pillars. I didn't work it out till later on. I'd done a few runs, loads of damage, even brought claws for spec weapon. Right lads, we'll have a quick review here. So I found out that I need to bring in the rock kick to lower my health. If you don't lower your health, it's not worth doing. The DPS of the bludgeon is higher than DH if your health isn't below 16. So you need to bring in a rock kick. I'm bringing in a claws for the first two specials. Now I know DH max hit is higher than claws, but the claws are much faster, so the first two hits you may as well unload 2 specs. You need to bring in a staff and an occult to damage the pillars. The pillar damage is important. You can't get a loot unless you do some damage to it, and I think it might even count towards who does the most damage in the entire fight. So it's not just damaging the nightmare to get loot, you also have to damage the pillars. With that in mind, you should probably bring in some combo food for the middle phases and a staff and an occult, because look at how much food I had left at the end of the last run. And this here food is super cheap. It's like 5 times cheaper than brews. So if you get good at this method, you'll have higher damage than a scythe. The gear is about 20 times cheaper. Like a scythe 600-700 mil or something, max strength gears over 100 mil, DH is 3 mil, and also this method's super fun. If you can get past that really annoying stage where you don't know what you're at and you're dying all the time, it is really like cool and kind of skill based. I think people like Rendy could probably completely smash this method. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this wee teaser. I'm going to practice this method for about a week, get really good at it, and then release a class video. I'm sure some other people will probably beat me to it, but I hope you've enjoyed kind of practicing, learning the ropes. I'm definitely going to come out with another low HP DH Nightmare Zone video in the future. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys, can't even talk. I'll see all you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.